ready.
Yeah.
And good afternoon. Or I guess it's almost evening,
Almost
right?
evening,
it's
yeah.
almost evening.
Good evening, and welcome back to Ghost.
Frickin'.
Talking.
That's right, Ghost Frickin' Talking, your paranormal podcast you don't take home to mama.
No, you don't.
Even though my mama listens.
Ah, that sucks.
And she was wondering why.
So, no, it doesn't.
and
She already knows.
Yeah, right. She already knows what kind of a weirdo her son and grandson and future daughter-in-law is. Oh.
Now we're gonna get like, what's going on? What don't I know?
All right, so I am your host. My name is Nick.
I'm Trenton.
I am Newsroom Nessie.
Newsroom Nessie, and if you guys don't know,
Not in the newsroom.
Not in the newsroom. Tonight you are sitting on a co-pilot chair.
I am.
Actually, you're in like the lead chair if you know our setup. But
True.
we call you Newsroom Nessie because you are in the Spread Shop newsroom. If you guys don't know what Spread Shop is our merch shop. And where can you find our merch shop?
At gftpodcast.myspreadshop.com.
Awesome. So you guys can go there and get yourself some GFT gear. We also have some other stuff that are on there besides our logo. We have awesome Mothman shirt.
We
We
do.
have a Ginger Dead Man.
Yeah.
And what was the third one we had out
I
there?
think you got the Cthulhu.
Oh, yeah, Cthulhu. Cthulhu's out there.
Yep.
And I haven't loaded them up, but I also have, there's going to be a Bigfoot one. And what is it? The monster eating plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
Seymour. But yeah.
Yeah.
Not Seymour. That's not the plant's name, but
no.
yeah.
Audrey.
Audrey.
Audrey or
I'm
Aubrey?
not sure what the plant's name is.
Well, these designs were done up by none other than Mr. Hinkle Jaws, Kevin A. Hinkle. Go to kevinahinkle.com and check out his awesome art stuff. He's got some stickers and some art out there. And I earned these designs by being a Patreon member of his. So I basically poached his stuff and made T-shirts out of it.
But he is allowing it, and
Yeah.
he actually just joined us.
Yeah.
He's back from the grocery store.
Ah, look at here. Mr. Hinkle Jaws had an hour to go and get his groceries.
He must have
because-
left probably towards the end of our last show, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Because
So-
he finished listening to it, though.
Huh, very
That's
cool.
what he said.
So we are here live at Wolf Hollow. This is our second session for the day. We had a first 2-hour session from 12 to 2, and then we took an hour break. And now from 3 to 5, we are here at Wolf Hollow, which is an oddity shop in Rockford, Illinois, 3800 East State Street.
There you go.
So we had a very entertaining first session. We had a customer come in and sat with us for a good hour.
Yeah, it was about an hour. She shared her experiences
Yep.
with paranormal, and then she also talked about some other things too. So yeah, she was
Yeah,
fun to have.
It was fun to have her on here, and got to talk to somebody. And it would be nice if we get somebody else to come and sit in. Or,
Yeah, definitely.
so if you still have time, if you're in the Rockford area and listening to this podcast, it's, the logistics of that are kind of weird.
Well, if they're watching it
If
live,
you're watching it live on YouTube in the Rockford
then
area,
they
come
can
down
come
and
down.
join us.
The next 2 hours and come say hi.
Yeah, we've got some awesome stuff in the store you can walk around, check out. During our break, we walked around and you picked up a few things.
Sure
and,
did.
Our friend Butt Chop was in the chat earlier, and he actually bought one of these Greenwood Cemetery T-shirts.
Yeah, all the proceeds go to the cemetery here in Rockford to restore their building.
Yeah, so thank you, Butt Chop, and I will get that sent out to you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So really appreciate Butt Chop, and we miss you, Chop. But we do have Mr. Hinkle. He is in the chat, as we said. Hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad. Kevin and Doc. Oh, they're talking back and forth. I heard about the vendor event you guys were talking about in April. I need to recruit Trent to sell my wares there.
There you go. Get a table going.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Get
gonna,
the crew some more responsibility.
Yeah.
but I think you're a little too old, though. We'll
Oh, well, yeah, I think the one in April is for the kids, but
Yeah.
I think the
definitely, Kevin. If they
do another
if
regular
they do
one.
another regular one,
for sure.
we'll come here and set up and sell your stuff for sure. For a cut, of course. That'd be cool. Get some Mr. Hinkle Draws stuff here, and stickers and T-shirts and that kind of stuff.
Whatever items he has and wants to sell.
What we'll code the event will be Ghost Freaking Talking featuring Mr. Hinkle Jaws.
What are we selling?
Our T-shirts and stuff.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Our merch, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Like I said, Bella wants to make her own slime, so we'll come up with a Ghost Freaking Talking slime, and we'll market it.
See, Mothman ball slime would be easy. Take some fuzz, throw some fuzz in the slime, and then you take like a couple bouncy balls and put it in there.
Oh.
Why would you say it's fuzzy? I mean,
Yeah, are you assuming that the Mothman's balls are fuzzy?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of genetics he has, whether he has hair or not. We don't know.
Yeah, we will find out though, because we are hot on the trail of Mothman, and if he gets caught, he's in trouble.
Don't send him my way.
Don't send him our way.
Have Bella sell my stuff. Just say he's a prodigy. I mean, yeah. I'm just making sure nobody steals from my sister's cart,
Well, obviously she would not be here by herself doing it if she would.
Like I said, I'm
He's a moth, yeah, Doc. I get it. He's furry, true, but I did think of that. But come on now, you didn't have to call me out. I feel attacked.
Oh, now you're feeling attacked.
I'm kidding.
Man, be glad we have people in the chat. Don't scare them off.
seems reasonable.
But yeah, like I said, we're here at Will Follow, so we want to thank Randy and Liz again for having us out here. Like I said, this is like our 5th or 6th time out here within the last couple of years of them being open, giving us a spot here to promote ourselves and hopefully bring people into the store. I don't know if that helps. I know it has in the past. We had a lot of people show up the last couple times.
Yeah.
But it's kind of dreary and cold and nasty out today, so
Yeah.
it's probably keeping a bunch of people out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe people just don't like talking on the podcast. I mean, we've had some people come in and they just don't want to
Yeah.
talk.
I tried to get that one lady, but she's like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I didn't want to be on. I'm like, oh, no bite. But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in that are in the chat here today. I think for this part of the show, we're going to kind of talk about horror movies a little bit, about kind of in movies in general that are cursed, because it is Hollywood month, because it is the Oscars, and unfortunately with the Oscars, it's always about snooty films and never, any of the good stuff like horror movies or action films or anything that are like that
Yeah.
are nominated. It's always like the smell of chocolate. It's kind of like the movies that get put on the Oscars. So,
Movies I typically don't watch.
yeah.
Romance and like a feel good story.
Yeah. I do know that I have this news story I'm going to read here to start off. And I know it's more true crime stuff, I guess, with this story, but it's just because it's in Wisconsin. It's weird. And we've attacked Wisconsin a few times on this podcast just because we're Illinoisans. And I think it's our duty to make fun of Wisconsin people. Right?
Yeah,
Sure.
Wisconsin makes fun of us. We make fun of them, so we're fine.
All right. So basically, hold on. Oh, man, I am not ready for
No,
this.
not prepared.
Jeez. Nope, not that one. Oh man, where my story is gone.
Sarah Jane says, "I'm looking forward to the Nope movie."
The Nope movie.
Nope
Yeah,
movie?
the Nope movie is by Jordan Peele. he's a comedian of all things. But he's been doing these kind of like African American themed like horror movies, because African Americans in horror movies technically don't ever really pan out because they're like it's like a trope for horror movies for the black people to get killed off first.
Yeah.
But he's done movies. What is it? Now I've got put on the spot with his movies, but the couple of movies that he's come out with for horror theme is really cool. But this Nope movie, from the trailer that I've seen of it, it seems like it's about aliens coming down and abducting people and
aliens.
stuff. Yeah, we've talked about aliens here a few times
In the past.
but I don't know why my news story wasn't up here. So talk amongst yourselves while I.
So I guess we can kind of start on this. This is the girl who recently got arrested. I know Buttshop was in the comments the last show talking about it. She was arrested for basically decapitating some dude, right? Was it her boyfriend?
Yeah.
And not just decapitating, like dismember.
Yeah, we just
Memberment.
don't talk about just people like a random shooting or killing. We're not talking about that on a paranormal podcast. We're talking about how demented this chick got.
Yeah.
All right. She's a monster. Family of man 24. Oh, hold on.
Anytime now.
Okay.
Is that the wrong story?
Nope, that's a chick.
Okay, so maybe those are all just where's the story start?
Oh, jeez. 24-year-old Taylor Schwab Business has been charged with first-degree homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault after the victim's own mother discovered her son's severed head in a bucket, covered with a towel in her home.
Why would you cover it with the towel? Like, no one will find it here.
She meant she forgot it, she said.
All right. Wait a minute.
Okay, now you're up at the top. Those are all the details.
Man.
The story starts right there.
I don't know how to podcast.
Clearly not. Or you don't know how to read a story out there. So, yeah, right there,
According to police, Schwabness admitted giving, we're in a store.
Hashtag prepared segments.
Yeah, so they were having oral compilation and using toys on this dude after he was dead. The Daily Mail has learned the victim was Shadrach Thien, also 24, as his uncle Nathan Manuel has shared the family's devastation and horror.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine.
So, this must be like an after story. Hold on, let me find the actual story.
You're right, Doc. Hashtag prepared segments.
Absolutely.
You know it's bad when it starts with not just decapitating.
Yeah. But I picked up the wrong article. Like I said, I saved the article earlier.
You just saw her mugshot and was like, I'll click on that
yeah,
again.
I'll click on this.
Necrophilia.
All right. So, this.
Are we ready again?
Pretend like that didn't happen. Let's do like the
Rewind.
The Wayne's World. All right. Warning: this story contains graphic descriptions of violence. A 24-year-old woman has been charged with the murder of a man whose body parts were found strewn about a Green Bay property and vehicle last week. A person living at the home summoned police on February 23rd after discovering a severed head in a bucket. According to a criminal complaint obtained by local outlet W Bay, officers arriving at the scene made their way down the basement stairs, finding the head still laying in a black bucket on the floor, covered by a towel.
Oh my gosh.
And what appeared to be dried blood on a nearby mattress. A further search of the property turned up a storage tote in which the upper part of a torso had been stored. Taylor Schwab Business, allegedly the last person to have seen the 25-year-old victim alive, was found at a nearby house. Her clothing was spackled in dried blood. According to the complaint, the police searched her van, found a crock-pot box containing other human body parts, including legs.
Jeez.
When police asked what had happened, Schwab Business replied, "That is a good question."
That's not good.
She was later charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault.
Wow.
Schwab Business allegedly killed and dismembered her victim after first smoking meth with them, according to the complaint. They initiated a sexual encounter that then escalated to include the use of chains, which Schwab Business characterized as a dog's choke collar. There were two, she said, one for her and one for him. Aw, his and hers.
Oh, so romantic.
Eventually, Schwab Business says she began strangling him with her bare hands. She told investigators that she could feel his heart continuing to beat as she choked him.
Oh my gosh.
So she kept pulling and choking him harder.
That makes sense.
She kept going as the man's face turned purple and blood came out of his mouth. Local outlet Wisson reported, citing the complaint.
Wow.
Then she played with the cadaver for 2 to 3 hours
Oh my god.
after his death, using several knives to dismember the body. Prosecutors alleged in the complaint a bread knife worked the best, she explained in a police interview, because of the serrated blade.
Oh my gosh. That's so messed up.
This is Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's what Butt Chop said. He said, "Welcome to Wisconsin."
Yeah.
You know, everyone's like, and apparently, yeah, she was all nonchalant about, you know, the after the fact, what she was doing. Like, oh yeah, totally normal. Woo!
Schwab Business told the police that they'd have fun trying to find all the organs, according to the complaint.
That is horrific.
It's like going on an Easter egg hunt.
Wow.
Her plan had been to bring all the body parts with her, but being paranoid and lazy, as she put it, she left the head behind.
Oh my gosh.
Buttchup goes, "We do this at all of our family events."
Wow. Let's see who's walking in here first. So before we continue.
Yep.
Hi there.
Hey there. Hey, you guys got any paranormal experiences?
Any spooks?
No?
No.
No? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we're a paranormal podcast live right now, so if you guys have any cool stories or experiences, you guys can sit down and
Love
chat
to
with
hear
us if
about
you
'em.
want.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, thank you. Welcome.
Welcome.
How many days did she hang out with a corpse?
It said, what, 2
Just
to
a few hours or something.
Yeah,
or-
only about 3 hours.
But I
so.
don't know when she got arrested.
But she made the comment, "I can't believe I left the head, though," she said. Schwab Business
Wow.
told investigators that she had just gone crazy and blacked out during at least part of the encounter. She asked them if you knew what it was like to love something so much that you kill it. Wow, this chick is weird.
Duh.
Oregon scavenger hunt, a fun Wisconsin pastime.
The name of the victim was not immediately released by authorities, but on Tuesday, a Brown County court set bail for Schwab Business at $2 million, deeming her a flight risk.
Don't mind us here, just discussing murder, decapitation, and necrophilia.
No big deal.
Only 3 hours.
Only 3 hours.
Only 3 hours.
But Chap says she got a lot done in 4 hours with the corpse.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I can't imagine the family. Like hearing all these graphic details.
Yeah. Like I said, that first story I pulled up seemed like it was more of a catching up
You like
on
after
things.
well, yeah, that's the Daily Mail. That's yeah.
Yeah. And wow. It's just the stuff that it was saying that happened. She did.
Yeah.
The family has launched a GoFundMe page with a stated aim for helping his mother pay for the funeral costs.
And looking for the other organs.
So far, it's garnered more than $3,000 of its $20,000 goal.
Doc asked if her last name is actually business.
Yeah, it's Shaw Business. Hold on. Yeah, it's Shaw Business. SCHA Business.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah, so Shaw business.
and like she's
She said
good. She's cute.
not- yeah, he said she's kind of cute looking.
She's got.
I haven't seen.
She's got that.
Yeah, she's got that murder tension. Like,
Hold on.
I'm about to.
eyes.
Let's see if I can. I mean, she's not bad looking. I think she's
Buttchop said she's a necropreneur. Oh my god. Nick is here, yo.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. You know. I've always had the thing for the goth girls, so she's got kind of that goth girl vibe. And it's like for her mugshot, it's like she doesn't care that she just dismembered and did all this stuff to a body.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
God, jeez. Yeah, it just goes on and on about.
I think we get the point of the story, but yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah. Look at.
Butcher goes, "Oh yeah, I would date that." What?
I mean, she's.
Like if I was just scrolling through Instagram.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna win this here. You should just stop.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying she's decent.
No, there's definitely no.
I want to kick her out of bed. But like the dude, he looks like he's lucky he got.
That's so sad though.
Nick likes that confidence.
Yeah, look at. I'm telling you, she's.
All right, put your phone down.
Hold on, look at it. I mean, okay. She killed someone, all right? Jeez, somebody makes mistakes all the time, all right?
True. People do make mistakes.
Right? Yeah. Like one time I bought the wrong thing at the grocery store. She accidentally killed somebody and dismembered his corpse and hid the pieces
Top 10 Hot Psychos, new video out soon. Butchiko's Nick wins.
You don't date a Wisco girl unless she looks murdery.
She's gotta have those murder eyes.
Gotta have those murder eyes. But yeah, she's a good looking girl.
Definitely not the person you would imagine to do something as horrific as she did.
No, definitely. Definitely, with as good as she looks, I see a movie coming out of this.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I do see it.
Give it a year or two.
Yeah, give it a year or two. Man, they tear out movies.
Start writing the script.
That's what I'm gonna do.
No one likes me. I'm not murderer looking enough.
Oh, whatever. Oh, you're a smoke show. All right, so that was the I'm glad the chat was really in on this.
Yeah, at least we got some support with the chat.
Yeah, I think we need to go from paranormal to true crime, guys. What do you guys think?
I like this.
When
we'll do like 3 shows a year.
Yeah, right. 3 shows, paranormal, 3 shows, true crime. Oh, we're on a streak for this channel. Hey, so that's creepy. I don't.
Yeah, Doc said that the lady looked like a ghost walking across there, so it must be how they look on camera when people walk past that door there. They must look ghostly. You're not the first person that said that.
What was it? Buttchop says he wants to get casted as a torso. Hashtag murdery hot. Oh man,
that's hilarious.
Like I said, I think we're on to something, guys. We need to get this chick on.
Murdery thought.
Murdery thought. Oh, yeah, she looks like one of those Insta girls.
Yeah,
that you see all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she just went crazy and it seemed like she was in the kinky stuff.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
so
It did.
So we're gonna move on here since you look like you're a little disturbed by what we were talking about here.
Continue on.
Well, yeah, she's hot.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I mean,
I'm not gonna go find her on social media and follow her or anything.
This page goes on and on about this stuff. All right,
we'll save it for later then.
All right, that's what I'm gonna.
Spink material.
Welcome to Ghost Figure Talking.
And welcome to Ghost. Oh, it was saved on there the whole time. I was just hitting the wrong button.
Don't know how to use your phone.
Jeez. The smartphone is smarter than me. But you know what I did miss is my things that I saved earlier about cursed movies. So talk amongst yourselves.
So I know, like, the Wizard of Oz. I've heard that was cursed.
Well, because
Apparently, someone like hung themselves
in the back.
in the trees in the background.
They edited it out in the newer, like showings.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure when they did that later on. So.
Let it go, Nick. Next story. All right. So it is Hollywood season. Like I said, Oscars and that coming around. Everyone doesn't like those movies, so we're going to talk about movies that people should like, and that is horror movies. And let me preference horror movies.
Yes.
All right. Because there have been other podcasts where I said horror, and they're like, what kind of movies are you talking about?
Here? Yeah.
So horror movies.
Scary movies.
Scary movies. Do we all have our own what's your favorite scary movie? What's your favorite scary movie? I recently went and seen the new Scream movie, which was awesome.
You'd say that's your...
No, Scream is not my all-time favorite one. It always goes back to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was thinking Freddy, even though he terrified me when I was young, but...
No.
But yeah, I don't really know. I mean, my all-time favorite movie would be True Romance, but that's really not a horror movie.
Okay.
But that's about it. So I don't know.
I had never seen that movie until I met you.
What'd you think? You thought it was going to be like some girly...
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
movie
some
based on
girly,
the title, but...
it's like some chick flick or something. I watch in hopes that you will cover horror. The new Texas Chainsaw requel was good. Doc, I will disagree. I did not care for it.
When did that one come out?
Just came out like last week.
Oh, okay, so I haven't seen that one.
No.
Okay, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was...
Not into it?
I mean, it had some cool death scenes in it, but it just seemed like somebody filmed it in like a back lot somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like this, like supposedly rundown city that they're trying to take over and make into like a hipsterville. Mm-hmm. But it looked like, I don't know, just the setting of it wasn't
Just didn't mesh.
Texas Chainsaw.
Gotcha.
Because like in the Texas Chainsaw movies, it's usually like you're out in the middle of a field somewhere,
In the middle of nowhere, like a farm.
in a farm. But no, you're in like a city, like a town, like a ghost town, basically.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just didn't have the feel for me.
Yeah, he said the people coming to the town were kind of hokey.
Yeah, it was basically the new Texas Chainsaw movie was a direct sequel to the original one. Like you're forgetting everything in between.
That ever happened.
The 70 years or whatever.
He said, but the original lady came back, and we got some backstory.
Yeah. I get it at that point, but like I said, just the setting did not feel right for a Texas Chainsaw movie.
But Chop says, I like Doc, but he has terrible taste in movies, just saying.
But like I said, I did go see the new Scream movie, and everyone said that Scream kind of fell off a lot, and I don't think it fell off for me.
I still haven't seen the new one.
Everyone panned on the third one. The third one, basically, they're kind of making fun of themselves with the whole going to Hollywood and movie things and stuff like that, and because the whole running joke is. The movie Stab is basically Scream,
Yeah.
but in their world.
Right.
Yeah.
But the new one did bring back the feels of like the original one. But I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen it. I was just disappointed that a certain person didn't come back that I thought was gonna come back because they lined it up the entire movie for this person to come back from the original. And it didn't happen, and I was disappointed. So, but it had really cool death scenes in it and stuff like that. So, but Ghostface Killer has always been one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, Ghostface is he's pretty legit.
Just because it's more realistic for me. more than like a Jason or
Because it could happen. Like this legit could happen to you tonight if it wanted to happen.
what was it? Yeah, not a prequel, not a sequel. It's a requel. They explain it in the new Scream movie. Yeah. I was only able to guess one of the killers for Scream, says Doc. Buttchop says Scream is not supposed to be a super series. It is tongue-in-cheek. Serious. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, it was well worth, going to the movie theaters and seeing it. So what did you say your favorite?
I just really like the original Halloween movies.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I like the Halloween movies, but I don't it's kind of like I love you, but I'm not in love with you.
Ouch.
With Halloween. And once again with the Halloween, the new one that just came out last year or 2 years ago is basically the sequel to the very first one. So you're forgetting everything that happened from 2 all the way to 8 or whatever. And I don't like how horror movies are doing that now. It's like, all right, I've invested 30 years of my life into these movies, and now you're telling me they don't exist.
Well,
Yeah.
well, the new Halloween movie just continues out of all of them.
No,
Yeah.
the new Halloween movie is you're forgetting everything between 2 and whatever. It's continuing right from the very first one.
No,
Yes.
No.
Go back and rewatch it.
I went to the movie theaters to watch it.
Well, then you're not understanding it. There's because where they had like Jason in the ghetto. That does not happen within that storyline.
But it went from the fire trucks where they were burning the
Or
house.
not Jason, Michael Myers.
Yeah, Michael Myers. They were burning the fire trucks, the house. That wasn't the first one.
Oh no, I'm talking about when they brought back the series a couple years ago. You just went and seen the brand new one.
Yeah, I'm talking about the brand new
All
one.
right, basically that's the third one in the movie series.
Yes.
There's 12 Halloween movies,
Yeah.
basically. So 1 and then 11, 12. That's how the story, timeline is.
Yes.
So everything in between that is no longer canon. Halloween 1 was historical as it was a proto-slasher. The genre owes everything to it exactly. Let's see. Sarah says, every light in my house is on for a week after watching The Strangers. Light keeps you safe. The Strangers is another movie that it creeps me out just for the fact that it's like real stuff that can happen.
Is that the one that we watched, or is this with Liv Tyler?
Liv Tyler?
Yeah.
Where, they just
Just
went
in
in.
the house. Yeah, she's by herself and just being terrorized by people outside.
Yeah, and it's just random act.
Right.
It's not like these people planned it. They just show up at somebody's house one night. They just terrorize you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what's
it's messed
I get like the Nightmare on Elm Streets where it's all like, ooh, comes in your dreams and stuff like that. It entertains me, but it's the real life stuff that creeps me out the most.
Like Paranormal Activity. Or
Well, still, even Paranormal Activity is, out there compared to
well, yeah,
Where-
actual murder.
where you could walk across the street, with a mask on and butcher up an entire building full of people.
Yeah.
Where I know that a ghost isn't going to be up there and tossing people and dragging them out of their bed at night.
Yeah. That's fine.
All right, so what do we got going here? You suck for reading these comments, bro.
Well, you were talking.
Let's see.
The strangers fell flat for me, says Buttshot.
The second one wasn't too good. The Strangers, the second one, but it did have the chick, the redhead chick from. She got the real big cans. What's her name?
January Jones.
No, she was from Mad Men, and that one where the house moms become bank robbers.
I think Well, she's in Mad Men, so
Her name's not January Jones, though. No.
I don't know.
I forgot what her name is. She was in it, and she got killed too early in it. So
But potentially real murderous scenarios are too much for me. Also, Nick, I would turn down this real murderous.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't turn down this real murderous. scenario.
She hit on me, no. I'd go on a date with her. Maybe wouldn't go to her house. Maybe stay in a public spot.
maybe I'll start writing her in jail.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Wait, everybody needs a pen pal.
That is true.
We can hook you up with some child who needs a pen pal in the other side of the world.
Like Cambodia or something?
Sure.
I did that for a while.
I had a pen
For
pal
school?
in Norway when I was in school.
Yes, but
So
say,
we'd go back and forth.
I did in school.
But I think I could connect better with somebody that just butchered somebody in jail.
Why?
Why?
Because I watch a lot of true crime. I'd be like, I know what you're thinking.
Do you have any scary stories to
Hey.
tell?
Hi there. right?
Hey, so where was I? Oh, we were talking about the strangers and horror movies that you considered your favorite.
What?
But you said
I said Halloween.
Halloween, and then we went on the rant on
The
that.
tangent
Although
of
I'd say
Halloween.
probably like the creepiest one is like the Terrifier, just because that clown
Terrifier.
is
That
just
is true.
like
That-
I don't know.
that
It just
Oh,
gives me
scary.
a weird feeling.
I cannot wait. This is like one of my most anticipated
Oh,
movies
awesome.
of this
Yeah,
year.
she had a Norwegian pen pal like I did. Her name was
Nice.
Solveig. I still remember.
I didn't have a pen pal because I didn't know how to write.
Yeah, you don't know how to read.
I don't know how to read, and I don't know how to write.
That sucks.
I know.
We'll get some flashcards.
We have Bella's flashcards.
I need some hooked on phonics.
Worked for me.
Hooked on phonics worked for me. But man, you guys threw me off. What was that? Oh, Terrifier.
Terrifier.
If you guys have not seen Terrifier, hands down, Terrifier, you need to see it. It is a must-see movie. If you like horror movies, Terrifier has to be seen.
Yes.
And I didn't know that the clown that's in Terrifier was Al or Ed, the clown. He was like, I guess they did like YouTube shorts. This guy was just trying to be a movie maker, and he kind of made shorts, using this character. And he got money funded to him so he could make a full movie about this character. And now he's huge. Like
Oh, so
within
kind of how he
the horror-
started, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like he's, I don't have a thing with like clowns or anything, but I don't know, just something about him just creeps me out.
Balancing the pros and cons of writing to an actual psycho murderer or a little brother or a little sister. That's what. Pen pal.
Wants to have a pen pal. Got Jesse's Brick Galaxy.
Jesse's
in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hello
what's
there.
going on? We're getting hopping in the chat here. I love it. Art the Clown was everywhere at the horror cons. Said Mr. I'm telling you, Kevin,
Oh,
you
yeah.
need to do some art stuff, Art the Clown stuff, because he's a seller.
But Chip goes, I laughed so much during the Terrifier.
Yeah, I think we laughed a lot too, but
Yeah.
he was just like, I don't know, because it kind of makes you think like if you were in that scenario and if you had that creepy guy like following
I
you.
saw the interview with the guy who was the clown in his van.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what Butchup said.
nice. What was it? Also, if you guys are scared of clowns, there's a documentary on Hulu. I don't know the exact name of it, but I'm pretty sure you could look up, just search clown on Hulu and it'll pop up. But basically, it was like it started off like it was a horror movie about this clown, and ended up being it was a documentary about him, there was a rash of clown sightings a few years ago, and he
Isn't it
became
killer clown?
he became a viral like thing on the internet where people actually were writing stories about him, how he comes and eats your kids at night and stuff like that, and he became a viral sensation. He actually came up with a telephone number that you could threaten your kids with. Like, have your kids call this phone number, and this clown will answer and will like threaten your kids.
Wow, like scare them to do their chores or whatever
Yeah.
it is, their homework.
Yeah, and there was like videos on the internet that kind of went along with this. This clown was shown in this drawer underneath this little girl's bed, and the drawer kind of just pulls out, and this clown comes up and is just kind of like standing on the side of this kid's bed. Mm-hmm. And they said, well, you know, if you're a bad kid, you know, this clown's gonna come and get you and stuff like that. I'm like, I need this for my kids. I'm like, I have Krampus for Logan. So is Nick honestly recommending people that are actually afraid of clowns to watch a documentary about a real killer clown? He wasn't a real killer clown. He ended up being not a real killer. It's just a really good documentary to show how fast something goes viral,
Yeah.
you know, on the internet, and how something can get so twisted.
Is that the killer clown ones? Where everyone dressed up as killer clowns?
No. That was more to do with. It was more of a promotion for the It coming out, where people were actually in clown costume. You said that you've told me the story before, where there was a clown in a cemetery.
Yeah, in the cemetery I worked at. So I was on maternity leave actually, and I saw an article about a clown that was actually. At the cemetery, he scaled like the 15-foot iron gates, got on the other side, and was just standing there creepily. He wasn't really doing anything, but there was obviously people videoing him. But yeah, there was a few sightings of clowns.
Yeah. Growing up, I had a huge fear of clowns because we would go to the Shriner Circus every year. And my dad was best friends with one of the clown guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, you could see clowns from a distance or whatever, but when they're like up and talking
In
to
your
you,
face.
it's like, no, get this clown away from me.
Did see Jess talk about the Batman being a horror thing?
The new Batman?
Yeah, the Batman.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. I'm thinking about possibly going tomorrow to see it, but it's definitely got more of the movie 7 theme, like I've heard from it. Have a good one, guys. Yeah,
Thanks,
you
you
too.
too.
It's kind of like that dark. I just rewatched 7 a few weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you were there.
asleep, I'm sure.
Steve's brick cave
It's awesome.
was
Welcome.
asleep dreaming of being back at school, rather face the murderer clown.
Well, yeah, Butt Chop had seen the documentary. Yeah, he got a lot of verbal abuse over the phone from scared kids. Like these kids would like call and say that they're gonna come and murder him, and you know,
Who?
the clown,
The clown.
the fake clown guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's a very cool documentary. I think it's called like Jingles the Clown or something.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah, I think it's actually Jingles.
And if you see you know how Hulu has like that little like panel next to the movies, and it's a really creepy looking clown in this paneling.
It's not like super sad looking clown.
I don't know if it's a super sad one or not. All right, but we are going to kind of transition into actually talking about cursed movies. And I'm not talking like movies that deal with curses.
Right.
Just
Movies that have a lot of like bad shit happen to the people that are on set.
yeah,
Stuff like that.
Yep. 10 horror movies that were cursed in real life. All right, so we're going to go to the first one, Rosemary's Baby. This is one of the more older ones that I've never seen. Everyone's like, oh, you know,
Wrinkles the clown.
Wrinkles the Clown. That's what it is. Thank you, Captain Google. Not gonna lie, I like Jesse, but he has a horrible taste in movies. Nick, that is Steve Reynolds TV. Oh. You guys should have a sign up that just says, got a spooky story? Tell us. These people are like, exactly.
True.
Yep.
Should get a banner next time.
Yeah. Yeah, all these people walking by, they're like, oh my goodness.
What are they doing?
Yeah, those is some creepy stuff. They're in there talking about hot chicks in Wisconsin butchering people. Rosemary's Baby, based on a novel written by Ira Levin and released in 1968, was an extremely successful film. It was Roman Polanski's American debut and established him as one of the most distinctive filmmakers of the time, as well as cementing Mia Farrow's status as a movie star. It was also plagued by deaths among the cast and crew who died in strange and tragic ways. At a party, the film's composer, Christoph Kormida, fell off a rocky slope and into a coma that he never recovered from, similar to the actions that the witches take in a novel to get rid of Rosemary's friend. Then there's also the story of Shannon Tate, Roman Polanski's wife. Reportedly, Tate auditioned repeatedly for the role of Rosemary, which ended up going to Farrow. She makes a background appearance in one of the film scenes while the film was still in theaters. Tate was killed in her home by followers of Charles Manson at the time she was pregnant. And there's a episode of Ghost Adventures where they go in and they do a paranormal investigation of the house where she was murdered at.
Wow.
And there's a ton of activity in that house.
Is there?
Because the house is kind of like up in like this mountainy area, like a hill area in Hollywood. And there's like a vortex in that area where like things just don't work in that area. And I think it generates the energy needed to make kind of stuff like that. And then you got stuff, like this that happens. And what was it? There was a movie, and I thought it was kind of like a documentary-ish type movie that was about these murders, and it ended up being like totally off kilter of the Manson murders. What was it? Man, I'm horrible with names today. I'm blanking out for some reason.
Hashtag prepared.
Yeah. I think it was like called Once Upon a Time in Los Angeles or something like that. I think the movie's called. It's a pretty good movie, but it like goes into like a kung fu movie where these people are trying.
No thanks.
It's weird.
Not a fan of kung fu movies, personally.
All of these events stroked the fears of the interest of the public, giving the film a bump popularity and an infamous reputation.
Did anyone else die on that film?
On the film?
Or any other like instances?
No.
What's number 2 then?
All right. You want?
Here we go.
You want to get this cranking, huh?
Well, I was just curious. Because I know how sometimes we just continue to talk about and beat a dead horse.
Yeah. The Exorcist. Perhaps because of my Catholic upbringing, The Exorcist is the most infamous movie I can think of. Well, The Exorcist and The Da Vinci Code. This is just some writer.
From the writer, yeah.
It's also one of the most revered horror films in history. One that even non-fans can't help but admire. Upon its release in 1973, The Exorcist sparked theater walkouts, made people pass out mid-screening, and in what has to be the best marketing strategy of the planet, saw their theater attendants hand out barf bags to audience members. I wonder how much one of those barf bags go for right now.
I don't know, but
you
probably have one that's not used. I think someone would have one.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna Captain Google. Nessie keeping the train on the rails.
No, I try.
Brad Pitt and Leo. Yeah. Steve Brick said that movie. Did they throw up the name of that? No. I think it was like Once Upon a Time in Los Angeles or something like that. But here we are. We're talking about, like, once again, we got The Exorcist. The Exorcist is a terrifying film following Regan Linda Blair and her mother, who, after witnessing some strange behavior from her daughter, seeks medical help, only to find her way to a priest who is the only one who can help the possessed girl. The Exorcist was plagued with injuries, including one that affected Linda Blair. The injury occurred in a scene during which Regan is in the throes of her demonic possession. Blair thrashed around with the help of a rig that kept her tied and the bed moving. In one of the takes, the lacing came undone. I'm crying. I'm screaming. They think I'm acting up a storm. It fractured my lower spine. No, they didn't send me to the doctor. It is in the footage that's in the movie. Wow. Explained Blair in an episode of the documentary Cursed Films. Aside from injuries, there was also a fire that burned the majority of the set, but that mysteriously left Reagan's bedroom untouched.
Ooh,
Wow, that's crazy. Because the devil was in there.
He was controlling it from that room.
Yeah. Aside from things didn't stop once the film debuted either. One audience member sued Warner Brothers after he passed out during a screening, fell out of his chair, and broke his jaw.
Oh my god. I can't imagine.
And, you know, The Exorcist is an okay movie. I mean, I rewatched it a couple weeks ago, and it's like, I guess in that era, I guess it was
Scary to
scary,
people,
but
yeah.
I think horror movies nowadays have kind of desensitized those kinds of things. So you go back and watch some of these older horror flicks, and it's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right.
It's like, okay. And I'm like, even the makeup looks horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, geez. Linda Blair went on to star in movies in which she was topless with a career.
What a career.
Here's another one on the list, The Omen. Another one I have not seen.
I haven't either. I guess we have to watch some movies then.
Well, see, that's the thing is that, like the older horror movies,
Kind of boring.
they just bore me.
Yeah. I get you.
The Omen is a story that expounds on the lies of a father, taking them in terrifying directions. Following a traumatic stillbirth, Robert Thorne takes a child from the hospital ward and hands it to his wife, pretending that he is their son.
Oh, jeez.
As luck would have it, the child turns out to be the Antichrist.
Oh, imagine that.
That's called, what happens? Like, what's the word I'm thinking of?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Irony?
Oh, it's very ironic.
Yeah, that, you know, you steal a baby and it ends up being the Antichrist.
Right.
I can't
Called
find
karma.
anything like that.
Karma. That's it, karma.
I can't find anything
Or
like
bags
that.
from the set. Yeah, I doubt
Yeah,
they're available. Nobody's gonna.
I just see like different magazines that covered it. People were trying to sell.
Kevin goes, Nick is such a horror movie connoisseur. I envisioned him watching these movies with a robe, cheese board, and wine.
How does he know?
Buttchop says, I only watch old horror movies, probably seen the whole list. Velvet smoking jackets. All right, so as luck would have it, the child ended up being the Antichrist. Released in 1976, the film tapped into success of The Exorcist, another film that specifically targeted Catholic fears, making the production ripe for spooky goings-on. Productions on The Omen was controversial from the get-go. Executive Bob Munger, who pitched the original story, warned the producer about the dangers of making a film like this. If the devil's greatest single weapon is to be invisible, then you're going to do something which is going to take away his invisibility to millions of people. He's not going to want that to happen.
Interesting. Take.
During production, tragedy struck. Lead actor Gregory Peck's son died by suicide, and his plane was struck by lightning when he was flying to London for the role. Mark Newfield, one of the film's executives, also said his plane was struck by lightning when flying to LA. Stories like this continued to plague the production, resulting in the death of an animal trainer on set and a special effects artist involved in a fatal car crash that recalled the fatality he created for the film. Per local reports, a sign on the site of the accident read Omen 66.6. All right, so now this one I have seen, and it's one of my favorite ones. But I need to take a drink here real quick because my mouth is drying out.
A little dry.
Little tacky. All right. Next on the list is Poltergeist. All right, so what do we got in the chat here? Watched the Omen twice. Second time with commentary on. So much behind the scenes stuff happened. Extra time on decapitation scenes to make people see that look away and count 3. Hinkle says he's over here giving details, opinions of the realism of the evil turkey from Thanksgiving Day with a monocle. Which, by the way, if you guys have not seen Thanksgiving, you need to see Thanksgiving. It is one of the worst movies you'll ever see in your life.
Yes.
Did I show you that movie?
Yes.
With
You've been stuffed.
You getting stuffed.
The gravy condom.
Yeah, the gravy flavored condom.
Yeah.
It's gravy flavored.
Gross.
But basically it was like a puppet turkey running around killing people. Best movie ever. All right, so we're moving on to the Poltergeist. Unless you wanted to keep up with the chat.
Well, they were from the theater. They probably had no Exorcist printing on them.
Oh, the bags. They were probably just bags that were handed out.
Yeah.
Just regular bark
Yep.
bags.
Yeah.
You want to yell at these guys? Nope.
I tried.
Nope. Yeah, I love how the people kind of like over and like, what the are they doing over there?
Ignore them.
Yeah,
They're
ignore
gonna
them.
ask to come over.
Oh, man. You know, as they walk in, they're like,
Hello.
Hey there.
Hi.
Any spooky stories?
Have you guys ever had a paranormal experience? Would you like to share it?
I'll pass for right now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, we're scary.
we
We're intimidating. I mean, I think it's his fault.
Absolutely.
It's the crew. They see the crew and they're like, ugh, gross.
Hi there.
Hey there. Hey, have you guys ever had a paranormal experience? Huh? No? No? Okay. We're just trying to get people to sit in. We're doing a podcast here, and we talk about paranormal stuff. And yeah, so if you guys ever have a paranormal experience, just look us up. We're Ghost Freaking Talking. All right. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy the story.
Sarah just goes, lol.
Yeah, so. All right, where was I? I was talking about.
You were talking crap about me.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we'll drop it at that. All right, so we're on to the Poltergeist. As we leave behind the horror films of the 70s, we quickly run into the Poltergeist released in 1982. The horror classic follows the Freelings as they battle a haunting after their youngest daughter is abducted by spirits who communicated with her through the family's TV set. And I have to say, I remember seeing this as a kid, and it creeped me out. And a little tidbit, if you, our intro has, they're here. But instead of the ghost, it's us.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Poltergeist Curse is one of the most famous in movie history, spawning both Hollywood specials and an episode of the documentary series Cursed Films. Among the tragedies surrounding Poltergeist, the most striking is the high number of deaths associated with the film and its sequels. 4 cast members died during or after working on the Poltergeist movie. Heather O'Rourke, the little girl who served as the face of the series, Dominic Dune, Julian Beck, and Will Sampson. All other creepy things happened on. Those names are people that died.
Gotcha.
And the little girl, I think she was still young when she died too. I think it was something to do like her intestines twisted or something.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was like a really weird death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Including a rumor that real human skeletons were used for the iconic pool scene, and that the exorcism was conducted on set after shooting Wrapped. And which is funny because this piece of paper that was left on our table here for the calendar
Yeah.
says, "You son of a bitch, you moved the cemetery, but you left the bodies, didn't you? You son of a bitch, you left the bodies and you only moved the headstones. You only moved the headstones. Why? That's a movie quote
Yeah.
from Poltergeist.
Yeah, that was a movie quote.
And it was sitting on the table when we pulled in today. ironic, don't you think?
Now that's irony.
Irony right there. But yeah, so it's been rumored that they use actual human skeletons in the pool scene. Do you remember the Poltergeist movie?
No. Well, I don't remember like the full movie. It's been so long.
And you've never seen it.
Yes, I have.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the new one and the old one.
So where they're basically they're digging out a hole in the ground to build a swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all mud, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like a rainy night and it's filling up with water, and they fall in, and all these bodies start popping up out of the dirt
Gotcha.
because basically.
Come in.
Hi there.
Hey there, how's it going?
Good, how about you guys?
Doing all right?
Yeah,
Hey,
I've seen the live pop up on Facebook and we're already in the area, so.
Yeah, we've talked to you guys before, right?
Welcome.
Yeah, I sent you guys a message on
Yeah.
I think our YouTube Messenger about our video of the interference on streaming.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
So I finally got a file over for that.
Do you guys want to take a seat? There's another chair over there.
Grab a chair.
Have you guys had any more happenings going on, or?
We've been kind of calm lately, mostly because we haven't got a chance to spend a lot of time with our family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've been dealing with my brother's wife has frequent headaches and migraines, and she's been dealing with that. And that's where the video was actually placed, was at their house, and she's been dealing with a lot. And then my brother's taking care of their son, and like they're working together to try to get through it. But yeah, it's been a tough run, but
Yeah, for her health wise, it's been pretty rough.
No. Well, that
sorry.
stinks. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys getting the stuff over, and you know, it's interesting with that kind of stuff because with interference, it could come from anything.
yeah.
You know. It's been a while since I've seen it because you sent it a while ago, right?
We just recently sent the actual video files through. I think one of the file
haven't
sharing
seen
things
that.
where it's like
No, maybe I haven't.
Maybe you haven't seen it because you haven't showed it to me or anything.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're talking about.
yeah. Let me go into my messenger and I'll tell you exactly.
All right, what we got? In
It says when that tree grows arms and grabs the boy through the window, takes the money from the what is that word?
unsettling to ludicrous in 3
Ludicrous.
seconds. These are big
Ludicrous.
words for you, bro.
I suck with big
Stay in
words.
school.
Yeah, Mr. Unprepared. I can't even say anything else.
What are you
I messed
talking
up with
about?
like 2 words.
Yeah, right.
Hooked on phonics. yeah. Never learned to read.
Oh god, I remember seeing those commercials play over and over again when I was a kid.
Yeah, I do have to say though, because even with us, we haven't had a lot of paranormal experiences lately, and I just wonder if there's like a shift
They go
in.
elsewhere.
No, I'm just saying, if there is there like a shift in the moon? Is there a shift in the time space where?
I think there's just a lot of energy moving around in the world in general. I mean, we're in kind of crazy times, and
Yeah,
just
it's
feel
true.
like, I mean, it could be just personal change too. Like maybe you're in a different headspace, or you're carrying a different energy, and maybe it just kind of mellows out at times.
Yeah, definitely. Because, like I said, a lot of the activity, like with our house, seemed to go with like you know, we were watching Ghost Adventures or something like that. So you kind of get put in that headspace of thinking about paranormal stuff.
little
and
more open
you're
to
a little
it.
bit more open to it. To where like lately, I haven't been like full bore into the paranormal stuff. I'm like I said, I've been binge watching true crime like crazy. I don't know why. So I don't know. Did I just shut it off? That
'Cause you're not like
Well,
open
that's
to it
just that
anymore.
You're more distracted.
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that channel.
But you had something just
Oh,
last night,
yeah.
right? You forgot to tell us.
Yeah, so last night I was home alone, and me, the cats, and the dog. So that they're all in the same room as me because they're laying on Logan's bed, missing them because they're cats. And well, I heard somebody walking through the kitchen. I was like, okay, that's weird, but I've heard that stuff before and everything like that. And then I hear it like almost like walking down the hall. And I was like, great, this is where I die.
This is where I die.
Um,
So did you have a weapon? Did you grab like anything
No.
close by?
no, I'm just in there, you know, like, what am I supposed to do? Grab the freaking vacuum? Like
Hey, I
in
mean,
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, if someone's coming at you.
And then all I hear is like the bathroom seat get like, you know the sound the bathroom seat makes when you lift it up.
Yeah,
It's like that like weird
Oh,
that
when you lift it up?
yeah, and then you just hear the slam.
Yeah, when you
Like,
drop it.
Yeah, and it does that like little bounce
Mhm.
because you know it doesn't just stay down. But,
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was weird.
Did you go investigate? You
No,
just hid under your covers?
I just stayed in my room.
Okay.
The fear fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Response there.
Exactly.
No, this is the video you guys are talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this
that's the one.
okay?
And,
And-
go figure, we're watching the Dead Files at that time.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I was just trying to make content.
She was Thug Life, and I was like, do we got life on the other side?
Yeah. So this is happening through the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, while
Right.
we were streaming, yeah.
And it was only on that channel, and it was, we turned it off and turned it back on, and it still was coming through. And it was weird because I felt like it was almost responsive to what we were saying, because like I would ask something and then like there'd be a pause and then you'd hear something.
Like it was answering you.
Yeah.
And then it's like you'd hear at one point it's like in the house and like I can't remember, but it's like every time I listen to it you kind of hear a little bit more, and it's just one of those things where it's like if I could clear it up a little bit or something, like to try to maybe catch a little bit more of it and maybe understand if there's a message there or if it is like you say just interference.
If there's a way to maybe slow it down a little bit,
Yeah.
put it like in a program and then slow it down. Try to check it out that way. Or a lot of the times, even with stuff like that, if you play it backwards, because it might sound weird to you right now like that, but if you play it backwards, you'll get a message out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she at one point asked like make a sound or do something, and then all of a sudden we heard a thump thump. It's like
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh,
it was kind of like
interesting.
And it was just me and him in the house. I mean, and they had a dog, but I mean, the dog was not doing those sounds at all. So
Because there's also this theory that when I say play it backwards, is that a lot of the times the theory is that you're kind of like in a mirrored universe, so everything's backwards. So if it's coming through on their side to our side, it's going to come back reversed.
that would be interesting.
So it's a theory.
Theory. Yeah.
Theory,
There's no
Evidence.
concrete
Right,
evidence out there
evidence.
saying,
we won't know until
Yeah.
we're on the other side, but then we don't know how to communicate it, maybe, or we do. Who knows?
Yeah.
because we've gotten like direct response, just normal. Like
Right.
we'll be like, what's your name? Billy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not Yilb.
Right,
It
Yilb.
doesn't come out
That's
Yilb.
right.
But there are those times where we'll be listening to like because like the spirit-
Enhance.
yeah. So,
Enhance. Exactly, Kevin.
Yeah.
we'll be listening to the spirit box or whatever, and we'll be like, oh, what did they just say? We don't know what they're saying, but who's to say that isn't coming in backwards?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That is definitely a good theory. Definitely.
okay, so yeah, it was 1 month ago that I went through and I put it on Dropbox.
Yeah. It was the 31st of January. I've seen it.
So have you had any other instances since that?
Really, the only things that we've had was she's kind of gotten a little bit more experimenting into like the rods and trying to communicate with spirits and stuff. So we ended up going to a graveyard. I can't remember which graveyard it was. It's up by Cherry Valley, I think. And I don't know. We went to visit.
Was
my
it
grandma's
Blood Point?
Well,
Well, that's why we tried to find
we
it.
tried.
Like, I think they
We found it, but
think
they
they have a
have
camera thing
cameras.
now.
And
Yeah.
I completely
Trespassing.
understand why. I mean,
Oh.
Yeah, I
respect the
think people
dead.
might
I
be-
understand that.
Yeah, a lot of people go out there
Yeah,
and do
vandalize,
vandalism
that's
and stuff
cool.
like that. Yeah.
But we went to visit my grandpa's grave at night, and me and my sister, her boyfriend, and my wife, we were all there, and like we were by my grandpa's grave, and like kind of felt where we're supposed to be, and kind of just having our somber moment because we hadn't actually visited my grandfather's grave together. And so we kind of finished up with that, and then started walking into the graveyard a little bit, and I instantly started getting a feeling of like I wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And then shortly after that, I started hearing like feet tracking through the grass behind me. And I turned to my sister, and she's hearing it too, and I'm like, we need to go.
Wow.
You turned around and
it's like instantly just that feeling of someone was right behind us, like kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
you're here.
Shove along.
Now you can move along. This isn't your space.
Well,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were behind us. My my
they were
sister-in-law's
kinda-
boyfriend was ahead. He's like, oh, I think I saw a shadow. So we were both like kind of a little more like, oh, let's go check it out. And then they're behind us. They were just going deeper into the cemetery. This was around 8 o'clock at 7 o'clock at night. So that's when he starts telling me, hey wife, we should go. I'm hearing noises back here. I'm like, what?
oh wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
creepy.
And that's one of the creepiest feelings too, is being somewhere and then all of a sudden feeling like something's telling me I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
Kind of like that feeling I got when we were up at we did a photo shoot, Rockton Cemetery, and we went over to, there's like a little gated.
Apparently, it's supposed to be like the witch's baby grave.
Yeah,
in
it's a
Rockford.
little baby's
Rockford
grave,
Cemetery.
and
that's the
it's-
story behind
And
it.
the story behind it is that there was a witch in Rockton, and her baby was buried there, and it's like gated. There's like a metal gate around the
Oh, wow.
the grave itself, and people go and put toys there and stuff like that. And the rumor is that, or whatever you want to call it, if you don't bring a gift for the baby and you leave, something will happen to you when you leave.
Oh, wow.
And it was just weird because we were doing a photo shoot for the channel, and we were standing there. I was standing there, and she was taking video of me. And she's not here today, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, Martha.
Our human skull, Martha, we were doing a photo shoot with her, and she's got these metal like springs that hold her jaw onto the skull,
Okay.
and all of a sudden it just went bling, like something was playing with this.
yeah,
Yeah,
he said it
someone.
like vibrated in his
Yeah,
hands.
yeah. It was so weird.
That's crazy.
Weird.
And then since then I didn't have a good feeling, and just we kept walking closer to the baby's grave, and I'm just, the hairs on the back of my neck, and it's like, okay, I don't think we're supposed to be here right now.
Wow.
We didn't leave anything for her. We're
Yeah,
fine.
unfortunately we didn't have anything happen, but
Well, maybe because you didn't visit the grave.
We walked right up to it.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, and what was really funny too is that a week later, one of the radio stations did a story about it.
Yeah, we saw it in the
Yeah.
news. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
random.
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
it? The Q98.5 did a story on it. It was like it's like
Trying to
crazy.
get more info on it or something.
So I tried to dive in a little bit more history in it, and I want to get with Kathy Crystal and see what she actually knows
That'd be
about
cool.
the history on that.
Yeah.
Because it's probably just some poor kid's grave, and we're sitting
Yeah,
here.
making
It's
up
the
stories.
witch's baby. Yeah, poor little guy's not didn't rest down there because he's being harassed with
Yeah.
people throwing stuff in his grave all the time. And I do know that they go out and they clean it out, and then like it just fills back up.
Fills back up. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
So that's in Rockton.
Yep.
And I know my sister-in-law and I, and her boyfriend, my niece, we all went to a cemetery in Freeport. And I had the rods with me. I was just experimenting. And I'm like, is anybody here with me right now who wants to contact me? So, of course, the rods crossed. Yes. I'm like, okay, are you here in the cemetery? Cross again. I'm like, okay, are you male or female? If you're male, cross them. If you're female, separate the rods. And it crossed. I'm like, okay, so I'm talking to a male. I'm like, if you're buried here, please point to the direction where your grave is. So, of course, I started pointing toward the right. So I'm like, okay, I'm following, and I'm like, took me to a gravestone. And I'm like, alrighty. Straighten them up. I'm like, okay. Are you, his name was George. And that was the name on the headstone. I'm like, are you George? Across the rods. I'm like, all right, George. Seeing on your tombstone, it seems like you liked fishing because I see a little fish on the side there. And I'm like, what's your hobby fishing? Did you enjoy fishing so much? And crossed. I'm like, okay, great. And then I'm like, I see that your spouse, she's still in the land of the living because, you know, how the headstones have like spots. All right, so then I'm like, so are you waiting for your spouse on the other side? And no answer.
Oh.
She must be doing something wrong now.
Yeah, she must be married to somebody else or something like that.
Or she just couldn't handle the fishing hobby, who knows? But I'm like, well then, okay, thanks a lot, George. You know, thanks for talking to me. I hope you have a good day. Well, that was interesting.
So do you use dowsing rods often, or?
I'm the one that uses them.
It kind of started when we went to the Tinker Swiss.
Oh, that was so
haunted.
much fun.
Okay,
And
yeah,
they-
we did one of the tours.
Yeah.
And like they actually said that when we went, between my sister and the wife, that it was actually a very active session. Like it seemed like she has, for whatever reason, kids live or obviously spiritual now too, you know, gravitate towards her. She has an energy that attracts the kids, and we had a spirit box or like an energy box, and like it just lit up and then died. And like and there was like they had like one of the ones where it's like the figures and you could see the figures on the screen.
Oh yeah,
There was
I
literally
have
like
videos
a
of that
figure
too.
right
SLS,
next to her,
yeah.
up on a sink, like right next to her.
We were in the basement, so I felt like coldness around me, and I felt like a presence, and I'm like, I don't know where the presence is or the spirit is, but I could feel it, and I'm like talking to the guy, and the guy that has that screen where they can see the stick figure. He's like, well, if you turn right behind you, that's where this little stick figure is at, and it
Wow.
looks like it's dancing on top of the sink.
Wow.
Nice.
So I turned around, I'm like, hello. So
Who's the group that was there that night?
Oh, jeez. If I only remember who it was, but they did a really good
One
job.
lady that has the books, I can't remember her name.
Yeah, Kathy Crystal
Yeah, she
usually
was there,
she puts
but-
it on, but there's usually a group, like a paranormal group, she'll bring
Yeah,
in.
they work with other little paranormal groups.
Yeah, that was really good. night
Cause
there.
'cause they got an SLS.
Yeah, they actually have the SLS
That-
camera.
this one-
We have the SLS, but we just
Yeah, I've
did it ourselves.
I've got kind
and you
of
did
a
it, yeah.
a rigged up one that I did with the old Xbox Connect.
But it works.
Yeah, we actually set it up here one night because they here at Wolf Hollow, they had some stuff that was moved on a shelf over here.
Oh.
So I'm like, well, let's just set up the SLS. We'll leave it run all night. We'll live stream it on the channel. So if you wanted to go out and watch, you know, at night and see if anything maps in. And while we were here setting it up, there was something that was dancing on Liz's scooter.
Oh yeah, on her chair. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like Randy would walk over and it would disappear, and he would walk away, and it would be right on her,
Wow.
right back on her scooter.
They do pick on certain people or pick up on certain people and gravitate towards them. So it's like definitely started to learn a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I did tell Maddie because I actually was using the rods, and it seems like I was talking to Maddie, the little girl at Tinkersmith's cottage. So I told her, as long as you stay here, don't follow me home, I'll come back and visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
But yeah, I mean that was a really good night. Actually, one of the people in our crew or in our team, she actually had visited there many times. Just like, this is the most activity I've ever had, and I've been doing this quite a long time.
Wow.
And she's like, I've never seen that thing go off just like it was.
Yeah, the night we went, not too much was happening. We had a little activity in the barn, and my equipment was malfunctioning in the basement.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, like we had this with us, and it automatically turned on by itself in the basement.
In the bag. Yeah.
Yeah, in the bag.
bag.
And so then I went to go turn it on, and the battery just died out. So then I
Wow.
went to go turn on another device, and that died out.
Like a recorder or something.
Yeah, I had a camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it was the recorder,
Yeah,
the handheld recorder. Wouldn't even power on. Would not power on at all.
But it was charged before we left.
Yeah, and we left the basement, got into the outside area, turned right on.
Oh, wow.
So whatever was down there at Tinker Swift's basement didn't want to be on recorder that night.
Nick has a stick figure that dances in his kitchen.
Yeah, we have some videos out there. I think it's on the channel where we have the SLS where the stick figure always pops up by the refrigerator. And it like reaches into the refrigerator and like pulls out, and you can see it. The arm reaches towards the refrigerator and then puts its arm back to its face like it's eating. Yeah.
That is insane.
Nope. And then the one night, all the kids you were there for that, where this thing kept manifesting on the wall by the refrigerator.
Oh yeah.
My daughter opens up the freezer door. It crawls inside the freezer. She closes it, so it's gone. She opens the door back again, and it's right there inside the freezer.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because you ended up showing up that night. Yeah,
Oh, that will be
Remember that?
interesting.
that's nuts.
Is that the part of the
Yeah,
team?
the group that was Bartell and Henson, and they're out of, I think it's Hanover, no, it's Conover Square. I think they have a group that started out there.
That's
Huh.
the paranormal team that was with
Yeah.
us that night.
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
go back out there because I told Maddie I promise I'll come back and visit. So.
Yeah, a lot of
Can't break your
one-
promise.
One of the others,
Yeah.
they had like a candle, like an old school candle type setup, where they had like electronics to try to like work with people who don't know what a lot of this newer stuff is. So like if you want to talk to them, just light up the candle, but it's like actually like an electronic
Yeah, the candles
like
are
a
cool.
whole like old school fashioned like holding candle, like you light up if you had to get up in the middle of the night or. It's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I was in talks with them, and it just kind of faded off because we got busy with stuff. But we want to actually do a podcast in the Tinker Swiss house,
Oh, that would be cool.
set up in there, and see if we can't get anything to
I
come
wonder
across.
If Maddie will remember us. He even danced for Maddie. I asked her.
Oh,
"Do you-"
yeah?
Yeah, I asked her, "Do you
Nice.
want to see him dance?" And she said yes, and so he started dancing.
It was pretty fun, and there were a couple moments too, like where it was, I don't know if it's the wife's room or whatever, but there was like a room where like a woman doesn't want men in there, and like you could definitely sense a different energy in that area. And like my sister's boyfriend, he actually felt the presence of like get out.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he was very strongly pulled to a certain area, and it had a really strong odor. It was kind of, I think there was a different kind of energy in that.
I think that's where they had the little one that couldn't really walk because the little one had like leg issues. I think.
Mm.
Maybe polio or something.
Yeah, I don't remember the whole history, but that was the area they were really into, and that they were just in that room for almost most of the night.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think if we set up, I want to set up in the funeral parlor. The main room.
The circle room.
No, not the circle
Yeah.
room. The circle room is the library.
No. Like the actual funeral parlor. It's built.
Well, it's not a funeral parlor. It's where they hosted.
Yeah, but that's the reason why they built that.
Oh yeah, well the
Did.
woodwork. Did they explain it to you that they used to host, like if somebody died, they would host the funeral in the home,
Yeah.
in that main front room, and the woodwork up in the corners of the wood of the room are sloped, so that spirits wouldn't get caught in the corners of the room. That way, it was able to flow up. That's why they did it on like a curve.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so weird, how when they built things back then, they built things with that kind of
With
thing
a
in
purpose.
mind, right?
Now you're just like
Now it's just a
square.
box to live in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
give me a box.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, how many of these houses can we crank out in a week?
Right, yeah. They all look the same.
Whereas the Tinker Swiss house, it's like, we're bringing in this wood from, Malaysia or something like that,
Right.
handcrafted by little kids
In the
and
kitchen. Details.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely nobody puts that kind of effort effort into houses
Not
nowadays.
anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, like I said, reminder, we are here at Wolf Hollow. We're here for about another half hour. You know, this afternoon has flown by compared to earlier. It was like I looked down, I'm like, wow, we packed a lot in an hour. So you guys heading out here and
Get some bowling done. And,
gotta get
Yeah,
bowling.
we're just talking about
Yeah,
bowling.
yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
Where you guys bowl at?
just across the street over here.
Ah, very cool.
Nice.
Is it league night tonight then, or are you guys practicing?
Free bowling. We're gonna have some
Yeah.
more family time the rest of the weekend. and
Okay, fun.
Enjoy a little bit of freedom.
Cool.
Very
Well,
cool.
Thank you
Nice.
so much for
Yeah,
coming
nice.
down and
Thanks
joining
for
us.
stopping in again and sending that video out to us. Like I said, it's really iffy with that kind of stuff because interference can come from anything. Could be a bad feed from.
I'd be definitely interested to see if there's more people out there that have had different kinds of experiences like that. Because for me, it's very unusual. Like interference, you'd expect it to be a choppy sound or maybe an audio from a different show, but it was just kind of
Weird.
Yeah. It was. I want to say it was a couple months ago, and a lot of people posted it on Facebook and stuff. It even made like paranormal, other paranormal podcasts. 97 ZOK had this weird like sound put through the radio,
Huh.
and everyone was taking videos of it in their car and stuff like that, and it sounded like alien voices coming through the actual radio.
Creepy.
And I never heard anything, after that, whether, the station came out and said, oh, we just had an issue with, our feed or
Feedback
something like that.
Yeah.
But it was very demonic sounding, whatever was coming out of it.
I'll have to check that.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's creepy.
Yeah. Like I said, you just listening to like the videos and that people were posting, it was like, wow, that's creepy. Yeah, I had a few people like, what is this, Nick? I'm like, I don't know. Good as mine.
They could stay away from me for sure.
Yeah, but I know, it just sounds kind of weird.
It might be an investigative thing for somebody a lot more techie to get into like the techie ghost stuff or techie oddities, because it's like that stuff's definitely starting. I think it's gonna start popping up more.
No.
Streaming be more popular now.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, and also with these spirits or ghosts or whatever, these energies are seeing more of this stuff and understanding it more because there's people like us out there that are like, here's my cell phone, talk through it, let me know,
It's hard to get people's attention. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to use your electronics to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll let other people speak in here. but
Well,
thanks
we
for,
appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Have fun bowling.
Maybe have an update on that video.
Yeah,
cool.
definitely. Yeah, well, like I said, maybe I'll put it in the system and I'll run it backwards just to double check to see.
Yeah,
if
see
it-
what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Have
All right.
a good one,
All right.
guys.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
One time a ghost dressed as an alien put a probe up my butt cheeks.
Uh-oh.
Buttocks.
Yeah, the aliens and their probes.
Oh, yeah.
The team consisted of an architect, engineer, electricians, plumber, and a priest.
Oh yeah, Kevin said he'd never heard the story about the ghost or the stick figure being stuffed in the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
Because where we talk, I thought the video was out there. Maybe I
I'm
didn't
pretty
put
sure.
the video. All right.
If you can hear my voice, type out my next tweet. 100 characters max.
Hey.
Any spooky stories you want to tell?
I have none.
Nah, okay.
Everyone has a spooky story.
Because everyone has a story to tell.
All right, so I think
We have 30 minutes.
I'm just looking at you and looking at you, and you guys are both cashed.
What do you mean?
you're
I'm
like,
tired.
I'm
Yeah.
hungry. That's
Yeah,
all I
and
am.
I'm getting hungry too. Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. We're going to pump this out. Amazing. Right, right, Vanessa? Get
Yes.
hyped.
Woo!
Woo!
All right. All right. Well, you guys are going to be real hyped when we're bringing that mirror home tonight.
Heck, yes. I'm down. I don't care. Like, it's up. I mean,
What do you think?
What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it goes.
Hey, it's our buddy the Ghostbuster.
Yeah, the Ghostbuster.
How's things?
Doing good. How about
good.
Well, I
yourself?
got to stop in a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, it's been a year. Let's
Yeah.
just say that. Like, we've not been very active. My parents had a house fire.
Oh
My
no.
father-in-law's had some health issues. But we're
Yeah.
on the mend. We're on
Oh,
Well,
very
that's good.
cool.
That's good.
Very cool.
That's
And then I know I talked to you guys briefly about it, but our group actually, part of our group branched off, and now we've officially become our little paranormal group is Spectral Obsidian.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, you didn't have a name last
We don't have a
time.
name yet. We're just trying to figure things out. We're one investigation, house in, and then all this stuff happens. So we've taken a
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
break.
was that the one with the organ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've
Did you
got-
guys ever find a home for that?
Not that I know of. I don't know if they kept it or not. It might be in storage, which is
Yeah.
sweet.
Because you guys caught EVPs off that,
We
right?
got EVPs in the general area. We got EVPs in the house. Like I was just letting them know, we caught like a whistling, like a show tune, and no one can place where it came from or recognize the tune or anything like that. It's very faint. No one
Very
was
cool.
whistling in the house.
Wow.
Nice.
It's pretty neat stuff.
Definitely.
cool.
So,
Yeah, so once you guys get everything
Oh,
going
yeah.
back with the investigations and stuff like that.
hopefully, hopefully. It's just been slow going. Like I said, now that we're kind of on the mend, it's a
No.
lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents are in an apartment. The insurance has been really good that way.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, it's going to take 8 months, a year to rehab the whole house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
a lot of work.
It was a bad fire, but it wasn't a total loss. They lost a few animals, but
Oh, wow.
human life lost. They weren't home at the time.
Yeah, at least
Oh.
they're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody else.
So it's one of those very, very shocking. Like I got
Of
the phone call
course,
at
yeah.
night, headed out right from. I was in Pecatonica at the time, and I headed right out from Peck to get home. So,
Oh wow.
Gosh. Yeah, it'd be horrible.
but yeah,
Yeah.
this year can slow down. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to get your take because I haven't talked to you since it's been out.
It's been a while.
Ghostbusters Afterlife,
Phenomenal film.
wasn't it?
Absolutely. I have to admit, every one of us that were there was in the dry eye among us Ghostbusters.
Hey, yeah, so I'm not the only one.
Yep, it's he's like I cried
It
during
was,
the movie.
it was just so touching, and the way that they went about it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like any movie, there's a couple things where you're like, well, that could have been done better. Hey, maybe this doesn't match the storyline. But just the way they really gave it to us the way they needed to. And of course now, it's so sad that Ivan passed away.
Yeah.
Like not too long after the film
Yeah.
release. It's rough. But I
Yeah.
mean, we did the movie premiere in Sycamore at the State Street Theater. Great
Oh,
little
cool.
theater, built in 1925. So it's 3 theaters. It's old school. It's that really lovely family feeling of the old movie theater. He does custom popcorn and stuff. Great guy that runs
cool.
it. And we went in and did the premiere for him, and he was just thrilled to have us there. Of course, the lights outside going, and the siren
very
every
cool.
so
Cool.
often to get the kids to come in, and just to be there as a Ghostbuster and experience that movie together was so great, especially after not doing basically anything for what?
Yeah,
2
2
years.
years,
of COVID
yep.
and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
And it was just great.
Yeah, with as much as that movie got pushed back.
Right.
It
And
was
I'm glad
about-
that they pushed it back and left it so it could come out in theaters.
Yeah,
And it did so well, too. It really
Yeah.
did its job.
definitely. I went and seen it alone, and I'm a 40-year-old man sitting in the movie theater, just bawling my eyes out.
Of course, at the end of the movie, we would, we didn't see the movie all day. We were there the entire day. It got shown probably 3 or 4 times. So 3 times we're outside, and people come out of the movie, and we're like, no spoilers.
Yeah, don't tell us anything.
This yet. We wanted to be here for you so that you could see us when you go in and you could see us when you come out, and please don't ruin it for us. And then that last movie, of course, we come out and everybody's like, so what'd you think? And we're like, it was fine. And of course, people are coming out and we're like, did you see the post-credit scene? And they're like, the what? And they'd run back in the theater.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen it, so.
yeah. There's
Oh, you
yeah.
didn't stay.
It's
huh?
You gotta
it's
see it.
it's
It's
so
gonna be
good. Yeah, definitely. Hands down better than what was it 2008's movie?
Answer the Call.
Yeah, that was bad.
Was it 2016 was Answer the
26
Call.
was
Yeah,
it?
2016 was
Oh,
Answer
that
the
was
Call.
that was you know.
For what it was, it definitely had some good parts. It had a lot of parts that I didn't care for as much. But
Yeah.
it did inspire a whole bunch of people to become Ghostbusters, and another generation
No.
of just people to get into the franchise.
Yeah,
And
no,
that was
that's-
beautiful. And when Harold Ramis passed away, it was 2014. That's when I looked at becoming a Ghostbuster again.
Okay.
Because it was always something that I did when I was a kid. I mean, my first birthday party was Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Come to find out. Of course, I don't remember it. And I started looking into it and realized there's franchises everywhere, all over the world that do it, and they do it for charity. So I started looking for a
Oh,
group,
okay.
found a group, the Galena Ghostbusters, and
Okay.
went with them for a while, and then decided to stay closer to home and get my own unit going, and just being a part of that community, and then doing the charity that's involved with it too, because we've done stuff for Shriners Children's Hospital, we've done stuff for Autism Speaks, and just a whole bunch of different organizations. And I get to be nerdy and geek out and be a Ghostbuster and have fun, but I get to do it for a great cause.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
That's
Yeah.
very cool.
It's so much fun.
So now that, kind of COVID stuff is kind of laxing a little bit, are you guys seeing more stuff pull in, like to get you guys out to places? Or?
We did a birthday party for a young boy named Easton.
Oh,
And that was
cool.
our first thing in forever. We were so excited to meet him, and he had his whole suit on and all this stuff. And then the entire family came together and made a donation. And we'll be making that donation to, the plan is to go speak to, what is it called? Gigi's Playhouse.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I had a brain fart that happens a lot. I'm pushing 40, it's getting there.
Well, I feel ya.
That's why I have Bradley as my second in charge. He remembers everything. But we've done that birthday. We've done a couple other ones. We've got one coming up, but we were hoping maybe St. Patrick's Day, but we've not really heard too much. Once fall hits, we should be, as long as things keep going well and, the whole COVID thing
Yeah, it doesn't
doesn't
spike up again.
rear its ugly head again.
Yeah.
Fall should be our time to shine.
Very cool. So with the paranormal team, do people, how are they going to contact you to?
We do have a Facebook page. I've not done much with it because everything that's going on in my personal life, of course.
Yeah, with everything going on.
Everything, got put on the back burner, but we do have a paranormal. You can search us, a Spectral Obsidian on Facebook. Hopefully we'll start getting like an email and we'll get all that stuff going. We're looking forward to getting out and about and doing some stuff. We
Very
really
cool.
are. We've got an SLS camera. I just
Nice.
Oh,
I
sweet.
have a little computer laptop for it, but I've let my parents borrow that in the meanwhile since they didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
So you need to have this to pay your bills and put my mind at ease. So you can
Yeah.
use the laptop. But
Yeah.
when I get that back, we'll have our SLS camera.
Cool.
We've got a couple of stationary mobile cameras. We've really mostly Bradley. We started investigating the one house. We started with a camera and a couple recorders, and he was like, "Nope, it's time." So we've really advanced in equipment, and we've probably got a good dozen members, whether they be together as investigators or we've got consultants friends of mine throughout the country. One of my good friends, my brother, is in Texas, and I talk to him about stuff, and he does research for us. We've got a gentleman in Indiana who does historical research for us.
Very cool.
It's just really neat that we've got a web of friends that can do this. And
Yeah, that's awesome.
it's fun. Hopefully we get some answers.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing more appeasing than going to like an investigation and you get something. It's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's like the house that we were doing was private residence in Rockford. They were selling the house. They're like, since we're selling it, come on in. We've
Yeah.
had some weird stuff happen. Why
Right.
not? We're leaving. It doesn't matter what you do. And we're like, well, we'll still be respectful. We're not
Yeah,
gonna
exactly,
screw
right?
things up.
Right.
And then we started getting EVPs. We're like, oh, okay. Let's investigate this a little further. And we've got definitely some voices. We're trying to figure out. He said one sounded really familiar, like it could have maybe even been a family member.
Wow.
And because
Wow.
of that investigation, the homeowner's son has become a part of our team.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Small world.
That's really nice.
Matt, he runs Matt's basement, so he does comics and collectibles.
Okay.
And
Okay.
last person I would think to be like really interested in this stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I've always been interested. I just didn't know that there was people around that went out and did that."
That
kind of
are,
thing."
yeah, doing it.
Oh, no, we're all over the place. We just, we kind
Right.
of
Yeah, well, yeah, we
We're
like.
under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, we're under the radar for sure. Yeah, it's I get that a lot. You know, even with people at work, they're like, "Well, you do what?"
Right.
I talk to dead people. I
get
try to.
approached all the time as Ghostbusters. Like, this house is this, that, and the other. We're like, officially, we are a charity group and we do stuff for kids.
Right.
However, let me step to the side really quick. I also run this group.
Right.
Contact me via these channels, and we'll talk about that too. And it's neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's always great to be able to go in and help somebody out, especially when you can tell that they're frazzled. You can tell that they've been seeing some things or hearing things they just can't explain. And then you go in, and, half the stuff you're like, okay, we determined that this is like your furnace, this is your water pipes.
Yeah.
Sure, the regular stuff. But then, hey, this validates what you've been saying. And
Yeah,
that
exactly.
relief that they're like, I see, I told
Like
you.
I'm not going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not
Right.
nuts. I told you I heard something. I was like, we don't know what it is, but we
Yeah.
also heard something.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
Sunshine, you can send those stories at ghostft@yahoo.com, by the way.
So make sure to send it to ghostft@yahoo.com.
There we go. You're welcome for the plug. You're
Ah.
welcome.
Very cool.
Anytime.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, that's like I said, if you guys get into more like investigations or whatever, just keep us updated with some of the stuff you catch, or if you ever need an extra hand.
Oh, yeah.
We're kind of in the business as well. So
Main thing that like getting out there and doing the investigating, that's the easy part. Like getting out there, grabbing all the equipment up and loading up and getting to a place, going in, doing everything. That's easy. Packing up's a little harder.
yeah.
But then going back and listening through
the
everything.
review process is the.
I have a lot of problem with that because I'll nod off. Like I'll be listening and it's just very soothing.
It's all white noise for the most part.
Right. You're just like, okay.
And then all of a sudden you hear a click. It's like, what was that?
It's like, trying to write down stuff real quick. Watching video review is always interesting, especially when we have the entire groups kind of watching it and you get the popcorn going. It's like, this is where dude fell down. Happened to a member at that house.
Oh, no.
He was actually sitting next to a bed and just kind of chilling, just kind of trying to get in with the environment. And he went to get up, and you could see on the video, it's not that he lost his balance. It's not that he, just fell. He got up, and it almost like he hit a wall and fell backwards. And it was just really odd.
Very crazy.
And of course, he's like, "Don't laugh when we watch the
We watch
video."
this.
We're like, "I promise nothing." So of course we all had a little good laugh, and then we're like, "Okay, review it again. Let's see why you fell down."
Yeah.
Let's see this again in slow motion.
Right? you gotta review that back, and
Let's high res this. Let's zoom in.
right there you can see the exact instant where he hits and falls.
And let's play it again. And again. And again. And again.
And that's one of the things that we're working on is better evidence review storage of digital content. Is some I think I got a 1 terabyte little hard drive that we're currently using.
See, that's with mine is like with a lot of our investigations that we've done is that once I pull the stuff off that I find something, I just trash the rest of it. I don't need 8 hours of where I got the 1 minute worth of stuff in there.
Mr. Kevin goes enhance.
Enhance.
We would keep everything. We'd pull that. That way, if somebody was like, "Well, I want to review everything, so I can review your evidence," no one ever was like,
Questioned it.
I want to review all your evidence.
Yeah, right.
Okay, you want to listen to it again? Let us know if you catch anything extra.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You might have missed something.
Right, exactly. Here's your 8 hours of silence.
Right.
Mixed in with maybe 3 seconds of something.
Right. Of course, it's hard too with the house that we were in because you're sitting there like hard listening, and you're like, "Nope, that's us walking upstairs." Dang.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah, because when we investigated here, it's like all of a sudden I heard her stomach growling.
oh yeah.
And I'm like, what was that? And my stomach.
Yeah, we're big about that's my stomach. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
I have the problem of terrible joints, so I've got bad knees and
Oh,
hips.
creaking and-
I'll be standing there, and you'll hear this pop. I'm like, that was me. Pop again. That was me too.
Yeah.
Half the evidence review is just me cracking and popping.
His problem is that he'll talk underneath his breath.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
yeah.
my
So
problem.
then I'm like, did I just hear something? And it's just him like,
mumbling.
hey, what's that?
You're like,
Like he's talking to himself,
Gotcha.
like under his breath, and it's like, did I just hear something? And it's like, did that ghost just say it? Did I just hear something?
Yeah, that's something you have to fix. but-
yeah.
Yeah. So then when I enhance, then I'm like, oh, that's him.
You're like, stop.
I'm like, man, that was a pretty good EVP. And then I find out it's just him talking underneath his breath.
It's like we're investing in a couple of we've got to get IR floods because the IR lights for our little cameras that we've got are just not great. And like we were investigating this little oil storage room for the old oil furnace, which I mean EMF off the charts. This furnace that they had in there was crazy. You walk downstairs and immediately, like I'm sensitive to EMF. I started getting a headache and it was just bad.
Just nausea.
So we're in there, and from the door to the back of the room, which is maybe to the fireplace, like you're sitting there with the camera, and you're like, I can't see you. Step out of the shadow, step back. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, ours is the same problem. It gets within probably from here to this guy right here, and then you start losing stuff.
Kevin goes, Nick, you should invite them to visit your house and get a second confirmation so people know you guys are faking it. Investigate that bathroom. Hashtag blame Trent.
Hashtag Blank Trent is fired up
Trending,
today,
yeah.
man.
Whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys get back into it, then like I said, we'll set you up at our house. You guys can come in and get a second opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like I know we want to come in and hang out with Randy and whatnot, do a little bit here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I
definitely.
said that
See what's
whenever,
going on, yeah.
We actually have the teddy bear. That was an investment. that I
Ah,
made.
very
I've
cool.
not been able to play with him yet. He is infinitely smaller.
So
than
Isn't
he was online.
that the
It
teddy bear
has-
like that puck, not puck, that lights up or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
He has
If
his
it's,
own. He has his own recorder, and
Oh, yeah.
he'll put out messages as well.
Oh.
He responds to the environment, temperature change, and EMF detection. So his paws light up and stuff like that.
Wow.
He's a
How
cute
cute.
little guy.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
'cause
I can't wait to use him.
I knew that it because I think what's Ghost Adventures had that for like that doll, that island doll thing. I think they brought the bear with, and they had like
on the island episode.
yeah, and then
the doll.
I knew
island
it
of
had
the
the
dolls.
recorder, and I knew it glowed, but I didn't know
So-
anything had else stuff like that.
Oh yeah. He's
Did you
pretty-
guys get the bear from Ghost Shop?
Yeah.
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 Very cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. It was on sale, and I was like, I've been waiting for years. We're starting to investigate finally. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I've not
Yeah.
done anything since
Right.
I bought it.
Oh,
That's how
man.
it goes.
Yeah. With as active as my house is, usually I just set it up and just let it run the whole time.
I've seen some of the videos and whatnot like that. And, my one friend, I finally got TikTok. I don't want it, but I got it. I signed up because he's been doing a lot of Magic the Gathering. So he's been doing videos and people have been viewing. He's like, how could you support my I don't know what this is going to be, but could you support me? And I'm like, so I signed up. And I've been hearting his little videos and whatnot. So I guess I'm going to get into the TikTok now.
Yeah.
I avoided it for so
You know
long.
what?
not
Everyone
social media savvy.
everyone makes fun of TikTok, but it is a heck of a it's a heck of a platform to promote your stuff
Right?
on.
Once you filter through, from what I've heard, once you filter through about a week of all the stupid,
Yeah.
you start getting a lot of what you want to watch.
Yeah.
And you get to do stuff for yourself too. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, because
fair enough.
there's nothing that makes my eyes roll harder than paranormal videos on TikTok, because 99.9% of the stuff that they're putting on TikTok is just for views.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's not like it's real
Not
paranormal
real
stuff.
shit, yeah.
Right,
Just
right.
made up
Yeah, and
fake
you can
stuff.
see the strings pulling stuff.
Right.
I'm like, this is why people cannot take paranormal investigations serious, because there are people out here that are trying to fake all this stuff
Right.
just for the clicks and views. So when my video comes up of, the ghost being slammed in the freezer, people are like, "Whoa, that's fakes," Sarah Jane says TikTok is amazing. Butt Chop says dead eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes.
Oh, great. Now I got to watch that one.
Yeah, that's a line from Jaws.
Yeah. I'm definitely willing to give TikTok a chance. It's just, I have teenage daughters. I have a 12-year-old, 13-year-old. Well, not teenage, I suppose. I 12 and 13, and I've got a 4-year-old daughter. So the repetitive videos drive me up the wall.
Exactly.
Oh no, I just hear it.
Oh, yeah, I'm tired of hearing that.
Like, please no. But now
Yeah.
I'm starting to think about, like, what videos could I do? And I'm like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, definitely with the Ghostbusters though stuff, dude.
Oh, we
that
can do
that
some
would
TikToks
that would
for
definitely get
sure.
your guys' stuff out there.
Yeah. I need to find someone in my group that is just, that's what they can do is social media.
TikTok savvy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
right.
sit back because I am not the guy. I'm not consistent.
You're not here on the edit video.
Right. I'm not consistent enough. I'm not. I don't have the memory for it. I've already got like 3 different planners to just make sure that my day-to-day schedule goes to school, and then what?
Right.
TikTok is the only way you can confirm Nick is still alive since he goes months between podcasts.
Oh, Kevin.
Hashtag blame Nick.
Blame Trent.
All right, Kevin, you got 4 hours worth of podcast today, man. So that's like 4 times as much since Christmas.
Going by too quick.
Just trying to get out and about and actually do stuff. That's been,
Yeah.
been tough.
We went out to. She's into techno stuff, so we went up to Madison last night
Show.
went to a show for the first time since we've been together. So
Yeah. 2 years, yeah.
2 years.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Madison's a lot of fun. My wife Tammy works up in Fitchburg. She's the manager at Panera.
Okay.
So every so often I go out that way, and then we hit Madison quite a bit for VA because I do the VA thing.
Okay.
Whenever I'm forced to.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of really cool shops down that way. Mimosa. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a shop down that way. It's very similar, but like they concentrate a lot on gemstones and just all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Tons of stuff. But they've been doing appointment only because of COVID. I guess the shop owner and a couple of her employees have autoimmune disorders.
No.
So they're
Oh,
very
yeah.
cautious. They sanitize between people coming through. And I don't know how it is now,
Yeah.
but that's a
Things are
great place to
changing,
visit
yeah.
whenever you're out that way.
Cool.
Like they know us. They're like, "Oh, is your group doing any investigations here soon?" I was like, "Yeah, we need to stock up on things. We need to get some
Nice.
stuff."
Nice. Kevin goes, but I'm immediately caught up again.
Yeah, exactly. You got the recap earlier.
Yeah. So
That's funny.
leave it up to Kevin to put a spin on it. Like, but I'm all caught up. We'll go home and record 5 podcasts for you tonight. Not really, because my voice is gone. I'm cashed.
Yep.
I feel it like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are coming up at the end. We only got about a handful of minutes here. 7. Are you all right? Your face?
Your ears
What?
hurting?
No.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like something touch you?
I don't know. It was weird.
Show me on this doll. Where did they touch you?
No, it was weird. Like the entire time, like ever since he got here, like I felt like something was like watching like from over there, right?
Hmm.
And then like I don't know what it was, but it like felt like not like cold, but you felt like something was there, right? And then like my breath just went like it's still hard to breathe right now, and then my ears just like died. Like,
Do we need to call an ambulance?
I don't know,
Need to
but
call
it's happened.
911.
I'd say my left ear is a little weird, but I
Yeah.
just thought it was because my hearing aid.
Yeah, no, like
It's
especially this one, like it went,
like pressure.
yeah, like the pressure was just
Yeah, I just thought that was probably my hearing aid or something.
no,
That's-
like it was gone.
Wow.
things are
it-
drawn to me. It's fun.
Like, yeah,
Wow.
no, it was like
We don't know how to classify me in the group because everybody's like, "Well, I can feel things, or I can this and that." And
Yeah.
I'm like, I can tell when stuff's around, usually speaking,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have the issue of like just being drawn to.
Yeah.
My daughter Kaylee, she's a spirit battery though. Like she gets into a room and the whole place is just like, "Oh, you're fun. We're gonna do stuff for you." She stayed with a buddy of mine in Indiana, and he's in an old Victorian home. And he's like, "I know I have things, but we're at peace with that.
Yeah.
They have their space. I
Yeah.
have my space."
Well, like us, we coexist in our house
We're
with
good.
ours. So.
And he's like, "I always keep the basement door locked, no matter what. It's just a thing I do." fine. So he had her over for a couple days, and on the second day, he comes downstairs, and the basement door is unlocked, open, lights on. He's like, "Did you go downstairs?" She's like, "Why would I go downstairs?" She's like, "I'm not going down there."
Yeah, right.
So he's all like, "Noted." Fair enough. So he messages me, "Has anyone ever told you that Kaylee's a spirit battery?" And I'm like, "Confirmed."
Yeah. I'm definitely one of those people that have the feels.
Yeah.
Like I can definitely
Get that
if I walk right into some place, I could
yeah.
definitely tell right away what it is. Not saying that they're drawn to me or anything.
It could be.
Yeah, I don't know. Possibility.
I'm
scary.
drawn
yeah.
to you.
Oh, you're drawn to me. Well, Kevin says, "Just let me love you, damn it." Oh, it's Randy.
Yeah,
What's up? Got to do photo ops. Yeah. Doing the
I
photo
wasn't
op.
even sure I was going to be able to make it out and say hi at least. And all of a sudden, my daughter's like, "Hey, my friend wants to go to Flow at 3:30." And I'm like,
Oh, perfect timing.
Right?
"I'll take you to Flow today, sure." By the way, that place is crazy today.
Yeah.
What is it?
Full. The jumping place.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Trampolines.
Gotcha.
Yeah, trampoline park. Yeah.
Where's that at? On
on
State Street here?
You know where Spirit usually is?
Mm-hmm.
Right next to
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, right on
Interesting.
State Street. Spirit might not be at that location this year. I
No.
don't know where they're going to go, but there might. They were talking last year that the place that owns it was possibly going to have another tenant, but they don't have anybody yet. So
Oh,
who
okay.
knows?
I was very disappointed with Spirit this year. It was like nothing was in
As
stock
soon
at
as
all.
we got trucks in, they were gone.
Yeah.
People, I mean, they just bought and bought and
Just
bought.
eating it up, yeah.
Yeah, because I seen all this cool Beetlejuice stuff come
Oh, yeah.
out, and then I get to the store, I'm like, what Beetlejuice stuff?
Right.
I'm like, did we just not get it here?
Same thing with Ghostbusters. I mean, people, of course, in the town kind of hate us because we buy a lot of stuff. I at least try to give it a day.
Yeah.
Like, let's see if the normies want to buy some Ghostbusters, and then if not,
Then it's all ours.
it's
Yeah.
all ours. But this year was just, I mean, anytime they'd get anything in, it was gone. Animatronics, they'd set it up. Somebody'd be like, "I want to buy that." I'm like, "I just put it up."
Like, I just put it up. We just
I
got
just
it.
did this. Even at the end of season, normally you have a whole truckload that goes back to the company, back to the warehouse for the year. They had maybe a van load.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it
They
looked
sold
pretty.
all
Yeah,
out.
like I said, we went there like a week after it opened, and it looked like it was months after it opened.
I think everybody is just excited to get out and do stuff
Oh yeah,
again.
for sure.
So they just want
And especially on a day like today too.
Yeah.
It's actually nice out.
Yeah.
What is this?
Kevin goes, ask the guests how you guys can better attract people to talk versus them staring at you and walking away confused. We've had a lot of people we'd be like, you want to come in? Weirdos.
your headlights
Kevin goes, oh, Spirit, we'll find a way. Don't you worry.
Oh,
They will
yeah.
set up on there.
in the parking
yeah.
lot. They'll find a
Anywhere.
spot.
The memes are great. Like as soon as Spirit season comes in, anything that's abandoned, they'll Photoshop the Spirit sign on it.
Yeah.
Hospital closed down. Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
Let's do this. You know.
All right, but we're going to be wrapping it up here. It is time to wrap it up. We appreciate you coming in
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you
Great to
so
see you
much.
guys.
chatting
Yeah,
with
you
us.
too.
And we definitely, like I said, you guys get into hunting or stuff, and you guys want to have a second eyes or whatever, look at your stuff.
Definitely.
We're down. So,
Absolutely. I've still got some audio from last time that I need to review.
oh, very
So
cool.
when we were
Yeah. When
yeah.
about,
Yeah.
it just got put on the back burner like everything. else.
Easy to do. Yeah, easy to do.
Yeah,
Hours of footage.
that night turned out really cool here.
It was. It was
It was a really interesting thing. I gotta go throw that mirror into the car.
You guys are taking the mirror from that night?
I want to.
Let me know how that turns out for you.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't need to bring more negative crap into our life. I mean, that's just, it's just
How do you
my-
know it just needs a nice home?
I see,
you
I see
said
how
you
it
wanted
is.
to
It's all a
punch
conspiracy.
somebody.
You guys are getting that mirror. That's why they're telling us, hey, you should come over to his house.
You said that mirror made you want to it made you feel aggressive, like you wanted to punch it.
You know what you can do after that? Just take it back.
Yeah.
Is there
It's a trial.
I'm pretty
process.
sure there's a return policy here.
Yeah,
at
probably
Buffalo.
not. Not after you break it.
I won't
After you
break
punch
it.
it.
I won't punch it. I promise I won't punch it.
Yeah,
If I
put it back
promise
in
I
the
won't
dog
punch it.
Just
All right. Well, it's that time. So
Yeah. So Kevin goes, when's the next episode? In 3 months.
the next time we're here.
He goes, don't set my hopes too high though. Be gentle.
sometime this year, Kevin.
We will definitely have a mirror episode to let you guys know how that works out here. It's just a trial process.
Yes, it's only a trial
It's
process.
trial.
You
Trial.
let him have his damn Ouija boards.
The Ouija boards were here before me, and he doesn't do anything with the Ouija boards.
Policy.
See, I was like that at first, but I let him have it. He just can't use it.
Now I got 10 of them.
Yeah,
That's
now
right.
he's
You
got
got the collection, right?
Yeah.
I just found one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, those I don't care about.
All right, guys. So
right.
we appreciate everyone tuning in all day today. These 2 shows that we ran. Very cool for Liz and Randy to set us up once again.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
pretty
you,
sure.
Liz and Randy.
I think Randy wants to look at the calendar and see if we can work out more stuff for throughout the year and work out some
Kevin
dates.
says he just read the receipt.
It's like
I know.
Yeah.
Walmart takes items back for demonic possession. So
Walmart will take it.
Yeah. Well, we got Randy here. Before we wrap up, is there a return policy on the mirror? Let's say I take it home and things happen and I can bring it back.
You could take it to your nearest Goodwill.
there you
Oh,
go.
there
so
we
no
go.
return policy.
See,
That's a good one.
That's fine. Send it back.
Yeah.
Send it to freaking Goodwill.
It's just like
that's a little rude.
it's like passing it off in like the It Follows movie we were watching the other night. You
Oh,
just pass
right.
it off.
Pass it on.
Put it, no, you just can't be like, oh yeah, Goodwill. I almost got possessed by this Goodwill. You can't do that.
I know that you would probably sell that on eBay. Mirror.
Yeah, haunted mirror. You know, $3 grand.
$1 million.
$1 million.
May cause
Yeah.
possession.
May cause possession.
Very small chance.
I'd
Yes.
sell it to Zach Baggins.
Yeah, there we go.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll
I
show him.
approve that. That'd be the good.
Yeah, that would be. If you can do that.
Put it in his museum.
Yeah, I'll fly it out to Vegas and we'll do a Vegas launch of the haunted mirror. We'll put it next to Bela Lugosi's mirror. Boom, and they
There
can
you
talk
go.
to each other.
Walmart will return it for you.
Hey, well, thanks Randy for having us in.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks Liz for having us in, and we made a T-shirt sale today.
Yes, awesome.
So I'll have
Butt Shop.
that sent out to you, Butt Shop. I got it in
Butt
hand.
Shop.
So we appreciate you be stylish in this Greenwood Cemetery T-shirt and supporting a good cause.
Yeah, they're very stylish.
So
Yeah.
where's Butt Shop from?
Appleton, Wisconsin.
Okay, so not too far away.
Yeah, not too far. Yep. He's a good friend, and it was nice to connect with everyone in the chat today. We had a pretty good showing. I think we were up to 15 at one
Yeah.
point. I looked over.
Yeah, I
So
saw that.
That was a good showing for this afternoon one. So I appreciate it. All right, guys. So make sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and make sure to
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh yeah, we're on TikTok as well. Make sure if you have a spooky story, where can they write it to?
GhostFT@yahoo.com.
Where's that?
GhostFT@yahoo.com.
And we do have some awesome merch as well. Where can they find our merch?
GFTpodcast.myspreadshop.com.
And don't
Yeah, what she
forget, we have our friend KevinAHinkle.com. Go to KevinAHinkle.com and get your awesome Elvira print with the GFT Easter egg in it.
Oh yeah.
So, check out on our merch shop too. We have stolen Hinkle designs, Mothman and stuff. So go on and get yourself some awesome T-shirts. They look stylish.
Yeah,
I love them.
They look nice.
So go out and do that. All right, guys. So once again, Liz, Randy, thank you
Thank you very much.
for hosting today and bringing GFT back from the dead.
Yeah.
All right. So as always,
Everyone has a story to tell.
and
Stay spooky.
stay
Who are you
spooky.
gonna call?
Who you gonna go? See you guys. Boom.